Okay, fellow dragons. Welcome back. We're finishing this shit off. I've made sure my health is working. Why am I clicking on the screen? Controllers. Controllers are what needs to be done. Okay, so we're rolling it back. Prepare for the ongoing bit. Oh, right. Man, the wind feels great here. I could just fall asleep like this. Oh, actually, I wonder if I play my flute when the wind is blowing, will it carry the sound even further? I wonder what kind of effect a typhoon would have then. I bet it whip the sound around and carry it all around, carry it around and round and round. Man, that sounds so cool. I want to try it. But we're gonna have to be leaving here soon, ain't we? I still haven't memorized the layout of the land here, and I'd be in trouble if everyone else left without me. Every thought that popped in my head spilled out of my mouth. If I were standing in the middle of town, people would probably have given me weird looks. Good thing this was an open field. That said...
Heishi, 少しは静かにしろ.
Heishi, pipe down. Okay, so this one's muted. I know why it's muted. Okay, give me a moment. Alright. If you've got the time to blabber on, play your flute. You stuck out like a sore thumb during the last concert. I still don't quite know what to do with that guy unless he's giving a fucking big ass monologue. I figure I'd get called out for that, especially since I'm with Seiji and Grandpa. Even if I did keep my mouth shut, it wouldn't make a lick of difference. Since I'm so exhausted, my inner voice would just blurt out all my thoughts anyway. Exhaustion's not the problem. It's your lack of patience. You never seem to change, which is why we're forced to take our break in an open field like this. The troop leader and I have to tag along too. I never said you guys had to tag along. You two have been fussing over me too much lately. Our troop leader was the man who'd taken me in. Seiji was 2 years older than me and was like an older brother. I owed both of them a lot. What you reading, Grandpa? The troop leader was gripping a letter in his hands. When he noticed me looking at him, he quickly tucked it away in his pocket.
楽譜だ.
Sheet music. That sure didn't look like sheet music to me. Oh! Emotion flowed into me. I felt a chill in the pit of my stomach. This was panic. I guess Grandpa must be really desperate to keep me from seeing whatever that piece of paper was.
おい、お前、もういい年だろ。30だったか。
Hey, you're plenty old enough now, ain't you? 30 or so, right? Later, Heishi's still 19.
そうか。いや、ジュークももう大人だ。
Well, well, either way, Heishi's an adult now. If I'm such an adult, could you stop calling me a brat?
いつまで経っても家もなく転々としてるようじゃ一人前とはいえガキで十分だ。
If you keep moving from place to place without settling down, we can't call you an adult. Brat suits you just fine. I'm a traveling entertainer, so of course I move around.
その芸人ってのもダメだ。もっとまっとうに生きろ。
You should give up on being an entertainer and live an honest life. Right. Kind of ironic coming from the leader of a band of traveling entertainers. Oh yeah, that's right. You're an entertainer too, Grandpa. And there's nothing wrong with you at all. You took me in and you looked after me too. I'm super grateful for all that. So don't talk like being an entertainer is a bad thing. Ow! Don't try to comfort him like that. If you're an entertainer, you should point... If you're an entertainer, you should point out the hypocrisy. You really have grown up into a good kid, though. Gotta be because of how well I raised you, surely. I can't figure out if you're angry or happy or what. The fuck's going on with your emotions, man? Anyhow, what's with this all of a sudden? You never said anything like that before.
急じゃない。お前、家が欲しいって思ってんだろう。
Nothing sudden about it. You want a house of your own too, yeah? Well, sure I do.
それぐらいわかる。
I could tell. Wow, that's pretty amazing that you figured that out, Grandpa. Everybody knows it because your head's like a leaky faucet. Oh, that makes sense. Traveling around and playing my flute had been my life for the past 5 years. People joined and left the troupe very frequently. Even though I'd only been doing this for a short period, it was enough for me to be considered a veteran. It wasn't an easy life, but there was lots to enjoy about it. Still, sometimes my thoughts would wander back to the more distant past, beyond those 5 years.
声を聞かずとも見てればわかることだ。
That's something I could tell even without hearing your inner voice. I'm trying to I don't know what to do for these men. The troop leader is much nicer than a lot of the other elderly people in this game. A good number of the elderly men in this game are mean, dumbasses, or I can't say what Senri and Akito's grandpa is. It hasn't been long enough into the video for YouTube to not have the algorithm bite me and bury the video. Because while I don't give a fuck about being monetized, and I just said fuck. Okay, well, I've ruined it. Senri's grandpa and Senri and Akito's grandpa is a cunt. Because that's the word I use for abuser now. If you're abusive, you're a cunt. Regardless of your gender. You're also a fucking asshole. Oh well. The algorithm buries it, it buries it.
けど、こういう生活続けてても、お前の欲しいもんは得られん。
But if you keep living the way you've been, you won't get what you want.
来るもの拒まず、去るもの追わずがうちの唯一のしきたりだ。
We accept any
Heishi,
who come, but we
出
don't
ていき
try
たい
to
と
keep
きは
any who
止め
want
ん
to
ぞ。
go. That's the only true rule we go by. Heishi, if you want to leave, I won't stop you. Okay.
これから俺と聖司は大事な話がある。お前はその辺ぶらついてろ。
Seiji and I have some... Fuck, Have you absorbed my accent, or have I absorbed yours? Seiji and I have some important things to talk about. You go... Oh, hang out over there. All I gotta do is not eavesdrop, right? I'll just take a nap while you talk. No problem. Enough already. The leader gave you an order. Okay. Oh, and take this. Wouldn't want you to go... And take this. Wouldn't want you going hungry. Seiji handed me a small bag. When I peeked inside... This isn't food, it's money. Yeah, it is. Now, off with you. Man, the fuck am I supposed to do with money? Hang out, they say? There's nothing to even do out here, and it's not like I can go back to the town. Now that I'm all alone with my thoughts, I can't help but think about all kinds of things. Being 19 made me an adult, so I couldn't really be called a kid anymore. Actually, on the day I turned 18, I felt strangely restless. I was finally old enough to get married after all. Old enough to get the family I'd always dreamed of, if I put my mind to it. I want a family and a house, but being a traveling entertainer wasn't nearly as bad as Grandpa made it out to be. I was free to do what I wanted outside of the performances and practice. That time was all my own, which meant the weird sickness I'd contracted didn't prove much of a detriment. Yeah, this sickness, it allowed me to sense people's emotions. It also linked my own thoughts and emotions to other people. Grandpa was about the only person who didn't consider it a sickness, but everyone else, Seiji and myself included, thought it was. He said he wouldn't stop me when I decided to leave, but... Was that his way of hinting that he wants me to go? I'm not gonna turn around to find both Grandpa and Seiji have vanished, am I? Nah, no way, that couldn't happen. Plus, I didn't sense anything coming from Grandpa. Plus, he was just, worrying about me like he always does. Anyway, if I get any weird thoughts, it'll get back to him. Just forget it, Heishi. I can just play my flute and put a lid on my emotions. But... the fuck is this? Whoa, wind's super strong. the fuck is this? The text box did not say fuck fellow dragons, that one was on me. I have no idea what you're going on about. I'm going back to my room, so if you'll excuse... Whoa, where the heck am I? It's huge and amazing and beautiful. I already read this shit last episode. What exactly is this place? The water's so clear. I wonder if there are fish in there. Hold up. This is the inside of a building, but there's a rainbow. What kind of filthy rich person lives here? Oh man, that glass also kind of looks like a rainbow. Those stairs are incredible. Does that mean there's more to see up there? I'm gonna go check it out. What the fuck? I don't know if the mic picked that up, but I hope it did. There were fields on the second floor. The place was so full of nature, it was hard to believe I was inside a building. The third floor even had a forest. Wonder if there's squirrels and shit up here. I just climbed some stairs, right? It's not like I went back outside, did I? Whoa, and there's a river too. Oh, I get it. This water pours down into that spring on the first floor. I bet jumping down there from here would be ridiculously terrifying and exciting all at the same time. I'd sure like to try that. Okay, Heishi. We know you don't do that because you don't die. Surviving from the falling from the first, or from the second down to the first into the pond, reasonable. Third to the first from the pond, not unless you're a tiny chibi pixel sprite. Eh. Emotions suddenly flooded into me. It felt like I was standing in the middle of a murky bog. This was anxiety. Let me check something. Oh, they even had the touch of her not wearing the ribbon. That's a nice touch. Huh? Or out of nowhere, a girl appeared behind me. She pointed a gleaming black blade at me. Who are you? Why are you here? Well, I was taking a walk when I happened upon this weird place, so I figured I'd take a look inside. It's pretty incredible, yeah? We're inside a building, but it's even got a waterfall. Then I climb those stairs and boom, a forest. I'm blown away. What's with this girl? Her emotions are harder to read than most. I could feel them briefly a second ago. Maybe she's guarding herself against me? Was I not supposed to come in here or something? If that's the case, I'm sorry. Sounds sus. I'll just be going home then. This is not a place I wandered into, but I guess there's at least one person here. Pretty sure I didn't see a place like this before when I came to this area, though. Oh well, I can bring a lunch and check this place out again another time. Huh? What's the matter? Is there something else you need? You still haven't answered either of my questions. Who exactly are you? Why are you on this ship? How did you even get inside in the first place? The entrance should be sealed tight. Oh, don't pelt me with so many questions all at once. I've only asked 3. Okay, there's 3 with a 4th extra comment. Oh, why I'm on this ship? Right, well you see, You're saying this is a ship? Like the kind that floats on the ocean? Sure doesn't look like one to me, but if it's this big, I could totally see it being able to make a whole trip around the globe. Don't dodge my questions, unless you're doing it on purpose. This ship is bizarre, yet you boarded it anyway, even though you have no affiliation to it. You must have a very good reason then. If you continue to be cagey about this, I know how to make you talk. I wrapped up a performance in town and came out this way on a walk. I found a weird building and thought it looked interesting, so I hopped inside. Sus. What else? Oh, the entrance, right. Yeah, it was closed at first, but it opened as I approached. Because of that, I figured it was fine for me to come inside. Did I do something wrong? The entrance opened. That's pretty much all I can tell you. I see, so that's it. Yep. See you then. Whoa, what the heck? Is there something else? Suspicious people should be turned over to the authorities. Me? Suspicious? You didn't offer your name. That makes you plenty suspicious. What? I heard that only Espers could enter this ship, and all 9 have already boarded. In truth, that is not quite correct. But this is my last chance to keep those 2 together. I can't allow you to be here. Go and don't come back. Okay. Obviously we know what's going on here. We've seen the Akito route. We've seen... like, this is the sequel, so you would have seen the previous game as well. In case someone somehow wandered into this, though, Nanami thinks Akito doesn't have any powers. That's it. That's all that's going on. She thinks Akito doesn't have powers. She doesn't know about the water being split in half situation. Right now, only Akito knows about that, so... yeah. Yeah, no one knows about that, so, that's, that's just how things are right now. She wants Heishi off the ship so that Akito doesn't get kicked off. But he'd be able to prove that he has water power pretty quick. It wouldn't be very effective, but he'd be able to prove it, and then Samurai would use... either let himself get kicked off the ship on purpose to to get away from everyone. Or use his power and show that, like, hey, both have water. Huh, that's weird. But no, that's... they don't... No one thinks. And that doesn't happen. They already made the powers rule anyway. The expressionless girl said those words coolly. I was a bit surprised. Never before had I met someone who showed such little emotion on their face. I think I sense a mix of sadness and suffering from her, and something else that seems like determination. I don't totally get what's going on, but I do get that I wasn't supposed to come here. Sorry about that. I won't do it again, so don't worry. Oh fuck, this is the price I pay for turning off the Oh, wait. Okay. This narrows it down actually. "50-50 shot, Kakeru or Mikoto?" I'm gonna guess Mikoto. "Nanami, are you there?" Oh, fuck, I forgot Itsuki. Never mind. Everyone's rattled downstairs. They're saying they heard a strange voice. Did you hear? Oh, another person's here too. Nanami, who's this? Someone suspicious. I told you I'm not. I have a proper name. Heishi Tamaru. That's the first time I've heard your name, even though I kept asking you what it was. Really? You did? The fact that you're here must mean you're an Esper too, I guess. Esper what? What's that? Yuiga said there were 9 Espers total. He can't be one. Yeah, I know. I figured you're oh, fuck. Damn it. Okay, fellow dragons, I'm gonna take a sip. I'm gonna go grab my tea from the other room. And I'm gonna rewind this Itsuki line for a sec. Because everyone's... this is the penalty I pay for doing Heishi as a bit. Alright, I'm back, fellow dragons. I got my tea. I also took the dog out. So let's try this Itsuki line again, shall we? Yeah, I know. I figure you're probably right, but... Sorry for coming all this way here Sorry for coming here without permission. I didn't mean anything by it. I just figured I'd explore a little. Explore? You sure are brimming with curiosity. Anyway, I'll be going now. This place sure was interesting. I'm kind of curious how something like this manages to float on the ocean. But if I'm not allowed on board, there's nothing I can do. Besides, I don't have time for all that. I gotta hit the road quick or the old man will be pissed at me. Gonna have to go back down those long stairs and through that meadow, I guess. I wander pretty far ways, huh? Man, I'm starving. Was there something else you guys needed? Did you say something just now? It felt like my ears were hearing you in my head rather than my ear. It felt like I was hearing you in my head rather than my ears. Oh, did my inner voice leak out? Your inner voice? How should I explain it? See, I got this illness where the things I think in my head kinda slip out even if I don't actually say them. What do you mean? I don't know what else you want me to say. I guess it's basically like this. I can talk to a person inside their head. In fact, the rating on my illness is pretty huge. I often tend to surprise people. Still, I've gotten where I can control it, so no need for you guys to be concerned. No, I think there's plenty of reason for us to be concerned. That's an Esper ability, no question. An Esper ability? It's not an illness? At any rate, we need to talk to everyone else about this. Come with us. Come to think of it, I did promise this girl that I would leave. Nope, I'm going home. Huh? I got work to do and I'm starving. I gotta get back. Hold on, if you're an Esper, you should have been contacted by the world, right? And they should have given you orders to board this ship. The world? Those bigwigs? Why would they go out of their way to give orders to someone like me? You really haven't heard anything from them? That's what was on the Troop of the Year's letter. You didn't show Heishi that shit. Nope. So I'm going home. You can't. Well, to be more specific, I'm not in a spot to judge whether you can or not. You keep saying all this stuff, but I seriously don't got a clue. And bringing it up the world out of nowhere just puts me in an awkward spot. I completely get where you're coming from, but still. Come on, Nanami. You think we should inform Kakeru and the others too, don't you? She's the one who told me to get out of here. Up until a moment ago, I didn't think you were an Esper. That was why I told you to leave. But if you are one, then you should stay. This is going to be awkward. She says that, but she don't look pleased about it. Apparently, this girl really didn't want me here. I don't get what's going on. She for sure doesn't like me at all. I seriously don't want to stay here. I turned my back on the two of them, as if trying to escape the emotions pouring out of the girl who was pissed at me for no damn reason. If you're unaware of what's going on, we'll explain. There's even more people now? How many are on this ship? Including you? 10. For now. It's gonna be 12 soon. Come with us, we'll explain as much as we can. They brought me with them to a room on the first floor. Including myself, there were 10 people inside. All the presences I could sense earlier are gathered here. 2 girls, 7 guys. They told me their names at least, but the atmosphere in here is some lossful. So basically, you haven't heard anything from the world, but you boarded the ship anyway? Idiot. That seems to be the case. Can you confirm that, Heishi? No. Stupid fruit flies. Yep, that's right. This place looked kind of interesting, so I popped in. Interesting? I have to say, when I first saw this ship, I was too overcome to even think such a thing. Instead, I felt scared of the world knowing they were the ones who built all of this. Why scared? Is this ship an enemy? No, it's not, though I do think it's pretty normal to feel awed by something so enormous. Yeah, really? I was too busy looking at the vines on the wall, thinking I could swing around like Tarzan, but I need my glasses cloth. Where to go? Under Torchic's butt. I have emotional support plushies on my desk because work and customer service. I need the emotional support plushies. My hair touched my glasses earlier, so yeah. I need to wash them with soap later. Can't use isopropyl alcohol even though I've got some of that nearby because for some reason the metal on the rims of the glasses is irritating my skin. Wait. So, and like no amount of adjusting could protect me from that, and I can't afford new glasses. Or at least I couldn't for the longest time. And these ones were somewhat expensive. I mean, they weren't, but they were. So my solution was taking clear nail polish because I have a surplus of nail polish that I'm never gonna fucking use because Mama liked the nail polish. I can feel the texture through my fingernail and it's gross and awful and I hate it. But it's got its uses in other ways. So I put clear nail polish on my glasses. Unfortunately, the isopropyl alcohol, while it wears that away a little bit at a time, and then I have to reapply it. So I avoid using isopropyl alcohol in these as much as I can. Or at least they're on the parts that touch my face. So it's not even really good nail polish if it can be removed with just a little bit of isopropyl alcohol over time and not requiring nail polish remover. But yeah, there we go. I've wiped it off with my glasses cloth now. Who's talking? Kakeru? No, Heishi. Okay. Alright. Really? I'm gonna start the line over. Yeah, really. I was too busy looking at the vines on the wall thinking I could use them to swing around like Tarzan. Oh, and the spring too. It was big enough to swim in. That does sound fun, yes. You're the only one thinking those kind of things. You got a couple screws loose in your head or what? No, I don't. I'm free to think whatever I want, aren't I? Let's return to the topic at hand. We explained why we were invited onto the ship already. Do you have any questions so far? Questions? They did talk about all kinds of stuff. I don't really get it at all. Alright, let's start again from the beginning. Sure thing. At least his reaction is positive. Every person gathered in this room has some kind of power. The world called us together to use our abilities for the advancement of peace. Are you with me so far? Barely. Basically, there are other people here who've got a weird illnesses like me. But he keeps talking about stuff I don't have a clue about. Like how it's not an illness, but an Esper power? If you're barely keeping up at this point, then I'm a little worried how you'll understand the rest. But I digress. I'll continue with the explanation again. We were told the ship would take us to where the world is, although we haven't been told the precise location. I suspect, or more accurately, the newspaper said, it is in the United States. They wrote an article about Espers. To sum up what it said, the writer suspects the reason the world is gathering people like us is to use us as tools of war. Everything written in that newspaper was nonsense. None of it is true. As you've said many times, however, everything written in it is exactly as I imagined. It's up to each person to decide whether they believe it. We have no choice but to obey since we boarded the ship, or rather because the world already gave the damn order. I know I said I explained things to you, but unfortunately there's a lot we don't know either. Isn't that right, Masamune? Why are you putting pressure on me like that? 'Cause you also don't know shit. Yeah, I certainly don't know shit. Oh, he knows shit, but he's not being bad about it. I'm gonna keep that to myself. Please don't sleep out. Anyway, I'm surprised you guys boarded the ship under those circumstances. This place is rife with anxiety. It makes it kinda uncomfortable to be here. Your power is to read other people's emotions, huh? Read isn't quite the word for it. It's just, I'm more sensitive than most to them. I do not believe that newspaper at all. Having upheld peace for as long as it has, it would make no sense for the world to start talking about war out of nowhere. There have been small conflicts here and there, but the world has prevented countries from clashing with one another. They prevented countries from clashing with one another. Has something that dangerous happened before? Yes, of course, none of it actually led to war. Mikoto, most of that information hasn't been released to the public. Those were things we heard often from the adults around us. Hasn't been released to the public. What you mean? I hear the world pressures each country to fall in line. Well, that's just a rumor, but if two people from distinguished houses have heard the same, it's likely true. It is necessary they do that to prevent war from happening. I cannot see them using us as tools of war, but I do understand that great power can serve as a deterrent. If that is the reason the world needs our powers, then I will cooperate without hesitation. You sure are serious about this, miss. Me, I only came here because I heard I wouldn't go hungry here. I believe it is you, Itsuki, who is not serious enough. Not a surprising stance coming from the woman who's protected the nation's most important locations. As for me, my reasons lead more towards Itsuki's side of the spectrum. And Masamune? I suspect he leans more towards your side. Huh? Oh, well, we are the perfectly normal ones, right, Masamune? When you receive orders from the world, you are obligated to obey them, whatever they may be. Oh, no. Right. Yeah. Seems like everyone has their reasons. I was kidnapped. Yes, you were, and now that all the Espers are here, we can safely conclude that you were the only one who had to be restrained and dragged onto the ship. Can't say for sure that this is all of us. Could be that someone else winds up coming on board later. That's true. We just had it in our heads that there would be only 9 of us. But the idea was dismantled the moment you came on board. Oh shit. I think I did more Nanami than Sakuya in that. Their voices are similar enough. I don't think y'all noticed. Oh, only 9 people could be on this ship? No, I wouldn't say that. It's just that there are only 9 rooms here. We naturally assumed that meant only 9 people would board the ship. Yes, indeed. With this new arrival, however, we no longer have enough rooms. How should we handle this? Someone will have to share a room. Itsuki, no. Fine, I'll read it. Guess I have no choice. Alright, miss, I look forward to tonight. Excuse me? Looking forward to what exactly? Sharing the same room, since we'll be roommates from now on, obviously. Why do I have to share a room with you? Because we don't have enough. Are you saying we should force someone to sleep outside instead? Well, no, not at all, but... Itsuki, enough joking around. Being so serious like that makes you take jokes at face value, isn't... Being so serious that you take jokes at face value isn't exactly a virtue, Mikoto. I was not taking it at face value. You totally fucking were, girl. Guess I should move in with Senri. Rooming together would give me the perfect opportunity to keep an eye on him. No. Whoa, he's shaking like a leaf and acting like a rabbit. Whoa, he's shaking like a leaf and acting like a rabbit that's about to get eaten alive. The fuck did you do to this kid? That's not true. The 2 of us are best friends, aren't we, Senri? Senri, quit yanking on my clothes. You shouldn't frighten Senri needlessly, Kakeru. It's It's not like I intended to frighten him. I just thought it'd be a good idea to keep an eye on him given his terrible eating habits. That's enough, Kakeru. You and I should share a room. Oh, thank goodness. Huh? I guess, but why are you suggesting that out of nowhere? Oh, well, I just didn't want to push Senri any more than we already have. I feel bad for him. Toya, you're such an amazing person. I'm sorry for making fun of you before. So you were making fun of me, huh? You felt bad for him, did you? And here I was sure that you suggested that because you want to monitor me. Plus, you reacted when I mentioned keeping an eye on him, almost as if it was the inspiration for your suggestion. But why would you monitor Kakeru? No, that's not what I meant by it. Yes, I know. Alright, I'll move into Masamune's room then. Since we happen to already be grounded at the moment, would it be alright if we bought another set of bedding? If I'm gonna crash on your fucking couch? Yeah, of course, I'll go with you. We'll get you a proper bed, actually, so that you're not sleeping on the couch, because Ron Itsuki and I use that for booze night. Heishi, why don't you say goodbye to your family in the meantime? You can't leave without saying anything at all. So I'm gonna leave and go where exactly? Oh, right, it said something about going to wherever the world is? I don't really have a particular reason to go with them, and I've got no interest in the world either. I suppose we're free to do what we want for a while. I'm excited to see a town for the first time in so long. Come on, let's go buy some booze. Sure, have fun. No, not have fun. I'm inviting you to come with me. Oh, well, I guess I'll go buy what I like then, and I won't hear any complaints. You two save that sort of discussion for when everyone else is out of the room. Okay, I'll be going then. But before that, Masa, give me some cash. Ugh. This money comes straight from the world, you know. Don't go wasting it. Hey. What is it, Kakeru? Itsuki, you were the first to meet Heishi, weren't you? No, Nanami was. I met him after she did. Alright then, how about the two of you go along with Heishi? What? I can go home on my own. Whether you go home or return here, you still need to explain things to your family, don't you? I think it would be best to have Itsuki and Nanami along to help with that. Masamune and I will be leaving to buy more bedding, and Sakia isn't in the best physical shape, so I'll have to leave this to the two of you. Because we can't trust Ron with shit, and Akito's decided he's gonna sanitize the kitchen today. Damn right, there's fucking bird feathers everywhere because of the damn Kyokos. Stupid birds. Animals don't belong in the kitchen. They don't know they're robots. We've established this already from other episodes. It's fine. You're only doing this to keep me from buying alcohol. I just know it. Huh? You say something. Nope, not at all. Let's get this mess out of the way then. Come on, let's go. Sure, sorry about all this. Well, we do have a cute girl with us at least. Haven't been able to get in a word with her up till this point, but I can use this opportunity to get a little closer to her. Nanami? She already disappeared somewhere. So she ran, huh? Yeah, I was hoping she could rein in Itsuki. In that case, Makoto, you should... Never mind. Akito, I know I said earlier you were, gonna be cleaning the kitchen, but do you wanna go? Why the hell would I go? I'm busy sanitizing the kitchen because you keep laying fucking birds in there. If we're done here, I'm going back to my room. Excuse me. How is it we seem so short-handed when the number of people on board has actually increased? Guess there's no other choice. Itsuki, just be absolutely sure not to take any detours. Yeah. So, this is the closest town, huh? We haven't flown as far as I would have expected. Fly? What does he mean by that? Did someone mention something about flying earlier? Maybe the ship was waiting for you. Anyway, we made it all the way to town, but where's your house exactly? I don't have a house. I'm a traveling entertainer, so I move around a lot. Okay then. Maybe that's why you didn't get any word from the world about... What about your family? Don't have any. I've known the guys in my trip for a long time, but none of us are related by blood. Anyway, now that we're here, I'm gonna get back to work. Yep, have fun. Hey, wait up. What do you mean, get back to work? We plan to move to a different town today? I figure everyone else has probably already left. I need to hurry if I'm gonna catch them. Okay. You mean you want to say goodbye to them? Goodbye? I'm not gonna say goodbye. I'm going with them. Huh? Wonder where they're at right now. I better be quick before they get mad at me. Hold up. You heard what Kakeru said, right? That all of us need to get on that ship? So you say, but I don't see any benefit doing that. Then why'd you change into our uniform? 'Cause it looks kinda cool. Everyone was wearing it, so I figure it must be a new trend or something. Now I get why you seem so agreeable. Okay, listen. If you don't board, only bad things are gonna happen to you. What are you gonna do if you defy the world and they capture you? Akito is proof. Oh wait, no. It's Itsuki, so I've got a... Aki's proof that they will drag your ass onto the ship. Kicking and screaming. And punching in his case. You won't have any freedom if they throw you in a cell. You'd be upset if your life was over just like that, right? Well, of course I don't want that, but that building their ship, I guess. If I get on board that, will I have any freedom anyway? You said before that it's been a while since you went to town. That means you can't go wherever you want when you want, right? Well, yeah, that's true, but actually I thought the same thing. See, it's no different from a cell. I only do things I want to do. You sure are a free spirit, terrifyingly so. Don't have much of a choice since my feelings get transmitted to everyone else. What do you mean? If I don't like something or I get pissed off, my emotions influence people around me to feel the same way. That's why I do my best not have those kind of negative emotions. To be able to do that, I gotta avoid doing anything I don't feel like. And that's why people referred my powers as a sickness. Ah, I get it now. Yeah, this ship might not be the best environment for someone like you. No matter how big the ship is, we're all still shut inside. We're also split into teams, which means you gotta be around other people constantly. Gotta be around people constantly, huh? Yeah, that wouldn't work at all for me. That doesn't work for me either. We gotta wake up at the same time. We gotta go make meals for each other and stuff too. My team's got a stubborn, hard-headed young miss and a terrifying rich boy who took a flying kick at me during our first meeting. I've got it way tougher than the others. Wait, are there really people like that on the ship? Yep, sure are. Can't blame you for not realizing it just from looking at them. Even I find myself flabbergasted by how different their personalities are from their appearances. Seriously, I'm not joking. Saku is terrifying. Shut up, Webtoon. There was a lot of anxiety swirling in the air with them earlier, but what he was saying actually sounded pretty fun. Oh no! Maybe the only reason everyone was uneasy was 'cause I suddenly appeared.
あら、いつきちゃん?
Oh, Itsu, is that you? Oh no. Did she say Itsu? Ma'am, what are you doing here?
それはこっちが言いたいわよ。世界に目をつけられないようにしろってあれほど言ったのに。
That's what I'd like to ask you after how much I warned you to be careful not to put a target on your back with the world.
どうせまだ遊び歩いてるんでしょ?
I bet you've been playing around this entire time, huh? I haven't been playing around. In fact, I'm in the midst of making my way to the world right now, so you've got nothing to worry about.
ほんとかしら。あんた結局、カズハちゃんのお墓参りも行ってないでしょ?
Is that really true? You didn't go visit Kazu's grave yet, did you?
つい 2,3 日前に行ってきたけど、草は生えっぱなしで花はないし、荒れ放題だったわよ。私が片付けといたから。
I just went there a couple days ago. The grass had grown like crazy and there weren't any flowers. It was a mess. I went ahead and cleaned it up, though. Right. Sorry for the hassle.
あんたが行った後は私が面倒見るつもりだったけど、それでもちゃんと手は合わせてきなさい。
I planned to look after her grave when you left, but you should still visit her once and say your farewells.
たった2人の兄弟だったんだから。あんたがそんなんじゃ、カズハちゃんも浮かばれないわよ。
All you siblings had was each other. If you act so cold, Kazuha won't be very happy. Siblings? I felt the rigid breeze blow right through me. Loneliness, sadness, and pain. I wondered whose feelings these were. Ah, Nah, they're his. He was smiling so normally only a moment ago. That's some grief right there.
今から時間ある？ここからなら特急列車を使えば3時間くらいで戻れるでしょ？
Do you have time now? If you leave from here on the express, you should be able to go there and back in 3 hours, right? Nah, I couldn't possibly. Let's go! The train station's over this way, right? Okay, let's hop to it. Hold on. What are you talking about? We don't have time for that.
あんた、いつきちゃんの友達？
You there, are you Itsu's friend? Not exactly, but I guess you're basically friends as long as you have one conversation, right? Heishi, you dumbass, no. You innocent dumbass, no. But also, how the fuck are you so innocent, given who you associate with before the ship? No spoilers, fellow dragons. That's the closest to a spoiler you're getting on that front. Yep, we're definitely friends.
ああ、そうかい。いつきちゃんのことよろしくね。これおまんじゅう、うちの店で作ってるの。
Oh, is that right? Well, take good care of Itsu for me then. Here's some buns. We make them at our shop.
人を訪ねて遠くまで来たけど、まさかいつきちゃんに会えるとは思わなかったわ。
I made the long trip to this town to visit someone, but I never dreamed I'd run into you here, Itsu.
きっとこれも和葉ちゃんがいつきちゃんに会いたがってるからなのよね。
This must have happened for a reason. Kazuha must really want to see you. Okay, I get it. I'll be sure to see her as soon as I can. You're here to visit someone, right? Hurry up and go do what you came here to do.
はいはい、それじゃあね。
Goodbye for now. That lady was super nice. She's just someone that lived in our own neighborhood. Way too noisy for our own good, too. She still calls me by the nickname she used when I was a kid, even though I'm 23 now. Anyway, let's hurry up and book it to the train station. Wonder if we'll be able to catch the express there. You really mean to go? You won't have any time to say goodbye to your colleagues. I already told you I'm not saying goodbye to them. Okay, with this much, we should be able to buy tickets no problem. Oh, my wallet, when did you manage to... Alright, let's go!
大人2人分ですね。こちらが切符です。往復ですのでなくさないように。
Two adults, correct. Here are your tickets. They're round trip ones, so make sure not to lose them. Yep, thanks! Oh, that included the money I wheeled out of Masa for alcohol. No worries, there's still some left, see? I would have strangled you if there wasn't. Itsuki frowned right after he said that, but I could sense a tiny bit of happiness from him. So he did want to visit his sister's grave after all. Wonder why he didn't say it sooner like that. Wonder why he didn't do it sooner like that lady suggested. Okay, fine. Since we've come all this way, I give in. Let's hurry up and go so we can hightail it back. And when we do, I swear I'm dragging you back on that ship. What? Don't you wah me. If I take a long trip without permission and let you run off on me, there'll be hell to pay. I'm not into the shit Kakeru does with his vines. I better think of a good excuse now while I can. We'll say you came down with a sudden fever and we're late getting back because I had to take care of you. Yep, that's what we'll go with. Whoa, Nanami, when did you get here? Oh, you're here too, huh? Yuiga told me to surveil you. Which means you've been here since the beginning. Round trip will take 6 hours. It will be tomorrow before we return. The world won't permit that. Yeah, I guess you're right. You know, you're real good at hiding your presence. I didn't even sense you nearby. There's some kind of secret to being able to do that? I was born into a line of ninjas, so I've been training since I was a child. Ninjas? Seems pretty out of touch with modern times. They've retired from that trade, even the training is just a formality. They do different work now. Oh, she don't like that. Dark emotions washed over me. Loneliness, sadness, pain. Different work, huh? Wonder what she meant by that. I'm super curious, but asking her seems like it only hurt her feelings, so I better just drop it. These aren't very fun emotions, but for some reason I don't dislike being around these two. If anything, it makes me feel nostalgic about... Excuse me, can we get one more ticket? Here's the money for it. Hey, you, that's all the money I have. I grab both their hands, then... Okay, let's go. Whoa. Let go of me. Woo, we made it. Even had enough cash to cover all 3 of us. We sure are lucky. Why are you strangling me? I've got some gall to use all the money I had, and then saying that we're lucky? Just what is going through that head of yours? Itsuki, murder is wrong. Sorry, I need to finish off my tea real quick. There we go. I'm gonna need to pour myself more iced tea later. He's right, just what are you thinking? I'm sorry for getting you wrapped up in this, Nanami. We're going to visit his sister's grave. He left without saying goodbye. Pretty hypocritical telling me to say my goodbyes without doing the same yourself. Yes, I knew about that part. I overheard you. What I don't understand is how your brain operates. We're already under the world's jurisdictions. We're already under the world's jurisdiction. Your actions are in violation of orders. Is this really something so important that you have to break the rules to do it? Okay, so technically, Ion didn't say. Kakeru is the one who said no detours. Kakeru ain't in charge of shit. He acts like he is, and people treat him like he is, but Kakura ain't in charge of shit. I need to take off my fluffy robe. It's hot in here. I got too much energy. This is too fun. I'm glad that this is the last, actually. Yup, sure is. I'm sure you must have heard what Yuiga and the others said. The world's orders are absolute. Yeah, but this is his sister, right? Goes without saying that your family's more important than the world or orders or whatever. You have never been in an abusive household, have you? It'd be different if he really didn't want to go. Of course, that's not the impression I got. You see straight through me with your powers, is that it? It's not like I could tell everything, but I got the feeling you wanted someone to give you a push, and that lady wasn't the one to do it. More important than the world and its orders, huh? I definitely agree that there are more precious things out there. What the two of you are saying could be misconstrued as criminal blasphemy. I recommend amending that way of thinking immediately. So you don't have anything like that? Anything precious to you? I do not. Ah, okay then, you're the same as me. Huh? I'm a traveling entertainer with no connection to anyone or anything. Well, there's Grandpa and a guy I consider to be like a brother, but they've been telling me to strike out on my own. I want to have something I consider precious, but this sickness or Esper power, I think you called it. Anyhow, because of that, I can't really live around other people. This guy so much. Nadami, was it? I think two of us are pretty similar. We are not. I can't smile as carefreely as you do. I have been through shit. What's wrong with being carefree? It makes you look like an idiot. What'd you say? Okay, enough, you two. We're in a train, so try to keep it down. I'm surprised by how you talk, Nanami. The two of us haven't really chatted before, so this is novel to me.
お弁当、お茶、その他お土産いかがですか?
We have lunch boxes, tea, and other goodies if anyone is interested. Oh yeah, over here, I'd like a lunchbox. Hey, we don't have any money left. But I do, I've got enough for one. I fished through the bag Sage gave me earlier, and there was an audible jingling of coins, so I knew there was some money in it. 1, 2, 3, wait, huh? What? Not going to tell me you're flat broke too, are you? No, there's a ridiculous amount of cash in here. The fuck was Gramps thinking? At a glance, there was at least a week's worth of wages for the entire troop in there. If I scrimped and only had my expenses covered, I would have had no trouble living off this for just 3 months or so. Wonder if Sage had made a mistake with what he gave me. If you had that much money, you could have at least covered your ticket. Hey, vendor girl, we'll take 3 lunch boxes and the fanciest green tea you've got.
はい、かしこまりました.
Certainly, sir. You could show a little restraint. You're the one person I don't ever want to hear that from.
以上でよろしいですか？
Will this be all? I suddenly spotted something that caught my eye. Vendor didn't only have lunch boxes on her cart, but toys as well. Among them was a deck of cards. I'd like that deck of cards too, please. Cards? That stuff's for kids. Who cares? Nanami, you ever played cards before? Nope. Me either, but I know about them. You actually used your money on cards despite having never played before. What about you, Itsuki? You know how to play with them? Yeah, I do. After that, we ate our special lunch boxes. Nanami had 2 by herself. And while snacking on the buns the lady gave us earlier, we played cards. The table on the train was so small we could really only play old maid. First, Itsuki won all the matches because he already knew the rules of the game. Nanami started to pick up some wins about midway through when she got the hang of it. As for me, I win. Wow, you sure are good, Nanami. I think we're tied for wins at this point. On the other hand, tomorrow you're bad at this. Oh, I lost again! I haven't won a single gosh darn time. How come? That's pretty obvious. If we were playing concentration, you might stand a chance, but isn't it about time you threw in the towel? Can't be too fun when you keep losing, right? No, I'm gonna stick with it. I'm doing this till I win. Guess you don't hate losing that much then. Alright, I'll keep playing with you. Seems like we'll arrive soon. Pass and stable here, watch your feet. Itsuki decorated his sister's grave with some flowers he'd bought along the way. What had previously been a dreary sight now looked a bit more cheerful. I really should thank that neighbor lady properly. I should thank that neighbor lady properly earlier. She cleaned this place up nice. Itsuki knelt in front of the grave. Been a long time since I last visited this place. Feels so strange here. I don't know how to describe it. What are my emotions like right now? Am I sad? I think it's a little different from sadness. I think people call this shit grief. Okay. This grave here does belong to my sister, but there's nothing buried beneath it. It's empty. She got sick with some kind of illness the doctors couldn't identify, and then she died. People were worried whatever it was might be contagious, so they incinerated her body. Not a bone left, not even ashes to bury. They even burned what she was wearing in the house we'd been living in. They were really cautious about it all. The only mementos I have left are her ornamental hairpin and kimono. Guess you could say that's why I didn't really feel that motivated to come visit her grave. Then that's all the more reason you should pay your respects here. If you have no house left anymore, then the only place your sister has to return to is this place. If you don't pay your respects, your burden of shouldering the dead through your life will be much heavier. Yeah, I guess you're right. Wouldn't know. My house is the family crypt. I'm not joking, fellow dragons. I have said this before, but that is when I refer to my house as the family crypt. That is not a joke. I have my mom's ashes from when she died of cancer. I have my dad's ashes from when he died of a hemorrhagic stroke. Got my uncle's ashes from when he died of a heart attack due to complications from influenza. Got my mom's ashes, my Nana, from when she died. I've got the majority of her ashes. I don't have all of them. My uncle had a share, although that's back in the main box now. And my aunt has a share. So she has some. In fact, I think she spread it somewhere. She spread those somewhere. But that's the thing. Yeah. Got my Nana's ashes from when she died of cancer. I have my grandfather's ashes from when he died. Not all of them either. That's a situation that's like with Nana. They're split up. They were split into multiple parts. Some were left with... Some were sprinkled at a grave site where his family or some other parts of his family are. My Babchi had some of them. My dad's sister has some of them, I think. I don't remember, but I think she does. And I have what's left. Because when Babchi died, I inherited what she had. Because it was easier for me to have that. And technically I have Papa in 3 different containers. Because this was the first clue of Babchi having dementia. She gave me a tiny, like 1 inch tall, maybe 2 inches maximum tall urn containing his ashes. And then when I was meeting up with her and my dad's sister for lunch one day, while my dad's sister was down visiting from out of state, I was given a larger urn with more ashes. Because she forgot she gave me some. That's a pretty big thing to forget. Yeah, it was the first... That wasn't the first clue, but that was the first red flag slapping you in the face clue. that happened. And then Babchi passed away. I don't have any of her ashes. I don't know if I ever will or not, but if I end up with them, then I welcome it. I'm happy to be the family crypt. Gives the family a hub to come to, and with it only being family, they protect me from actual negative shit. Like my mom's stepdad. I don't have his ashes here. I don't want his ashes here. I barely met the fucker. And he would not like my non-binary ass. His bigoted ass would not like my non-binary, possibly gender-fluid ass. I'm still trying to figure that shit out, fellow dragons. That's why I've got 2 male dragon mascots, one straight up female, and then we have Catherine. We've got a they them, a he they, a straight up he him, and Ilara, who is she they. So I don't fucking know. Yeah. Shit's fucked. Yeah, Itsuki pressed his hand. Back to the game. Itsuki quickly pressed his hands together. Nanami and I followed his example. For this person we never met, but we're cool with it. Now back on the train to play more cards. The sun's already set like we figured it would. Wonder if everyone's searching for us. I reported to Eureka before we boarded the train. I told them we might take a long trip to visit a grave. What? You did? When did you manage to? Or rather, what? Kakeru say in response. Have a safe trip. He said he'd take care of making excuses for the others for us. Whoa, Kakeru's a good guy. No, he's a schemer. Question is, what he want in return when I get back? Anyway, Heishi, what are you going to do? After coming all this way, are you still going to insist that you won't board the ship? I did figure one thing out. I said I'd never heard anything from the world, but I got the feeling that they did send something. Oh? I have a feeling Grandpa received whatever they sent on my behalf. He was acting kind of funny when we parted ways earlier. They also gave me a ridiculous amount of money. Figured they were probably telling me to go on and board the ship. You sure you're not mistaken? Huh? Am I? Think about it. Why would they give you that much money if they wanted you to board? After all, we're going to live wherever it is that the world is at. Well, basically be government or high-ranking officials. No one would give money to someone landing that kind of job. If they gave you money, it has to be for something else. But then what? Getaway money. Yep, that's what I figured it was for too. Their way of telling you to live free. So that's it. What will you do? Will you run? Nah, I'll get on the ship. I feel bad after the trouble Grandpa went to, but I don't have anything important to me. I wouldn't have a clue what to do to make it out on my own. But, Mikoto, was it? Anyway, if I live a respectable life like her, maybe I might be able to find something for myself. I'm sure that's probably true. We'll be living on that ship for the foreseeable future, and like you said, it's basically a prison. That's fine, I can live with it. I have fun being with the two of you. Fun? Yep, there's something cozy about being around you guys. Well, anyway, the next time we play cards together, I'll teach you some other games besides Old Maid. Thanks. Oh, I just thought of something. How come you never wear a scarf, Nanami? He's right. I don't think I've ever seen you wear one since you boarded the ship. And you boarded before me. I think you'd look even more cute if you wore the red scarf. It's very feminine and flowery. Just because it works for me, Koto, doesn't mean I look good in it. Nonsense! You're plenty cute enough for it. I hate that kind of flattery. Besides, I already got rid of it. What? You got rid of something issued by the world. If I'm not going to use it, I might as well toss it. I think what you've done would be enough to count as criminal blasphemy at this point. In that case, I'll give you my tie. It's black, so you should be fine with that, right? I don't need it. I have no reason to take it. Well, I think your outfit looks sad without something to wear on your neck. I don't mind looking sad. Sad or maybe lacking, I guess. Nanami gave me a disapproving look, but she finally took the tie from my hands. I have no idea how to put it on. Tie it like a ribbon, like mine. I don't think it's long enough for that. It should go like this. There, finished. Looks good. I'd prefer the red scarf myself, but I guess this is better than nothing. Nanami glanced anxiously at her tie. I sensed she was puzzled about the whole exchange, but she wasn't feeling uncomfortable, at least. Okay, once I get back to town, I gotta buy myself a new tie. Should I go for polka dot or maybe plaid? You seem to be enjoying yourself. Who cares about clothing? I agree, Nanami. Let's play cards till we get back. This time I'm gonna win for sure. Yeah. And thus, Heishi proceeded to never win a game of Old Maid. You three, do you realize what time it is? I hope the Masamune yell didn't peak the mic. Honestly, why are you coming back this late? When you left just after noon, where in the world did you go? Masamune, give them a break. Seems to me they had their reasons. Well, whether you have reasons or not, you should at least let us know if you were going to be getting back late. I was worried about you. There, Dad. Dad! Kakeru, don't play this off. I'm being serious. Sorry. See? It only makes you feel bad when you yell at a girl like that. Just make sure this kind of thing doesn't happen again. This is the first time I've ever been scolded for coming home late. Oh, me too. Pretty weird feeling, right? Whoa, what was that? That noise. Huh? This ship actually flies? Didn't we tell you that? Hey, guys, do you have any windows anywhere? I want to look outside. Outside? There is the rooftop. rooftop? What a captivating word. Almost as enticing to me as the words beef bowl. Damn it, now I want a beef bowl. Alrighty. Let's go, Itsuki, Nanami. Huh? Okay. Good grief, now we've got another restless resident on board. I don't see a problem with it. He's not like anyone that's boarded before. Come to think of it, I wonder which team we should assign Heishi to. Wouldn't Akito's team be the best pick? He seems to be on good terms with Nanami. It'd be nice if he acts as a buffer between those two. Lord knows, Ron's not gonna do fucking shit and hasn't been. Good point. But anyway, I guess there aren't only 9 espers after all. Wouldn't be too surprising if 1 or 2 more were to board now, right? I can't say either way. Next girl that comes aboard will be joining our team. Ours is the only one without a girl. You act as though it's set in stone, even assuming someone else boards. There's no guarantee there'll be a girl. Guess you could just say it's intuition. I just get this feeling that one more girl is going to join us. Cute girl who's a good cook. Oh wait, no, that's the cute girl who's a good cook. Yeah, wait, forget I said that. Let's drop the conversation here. If we speculate on what kind of person's going to board next, they'll probably surpass our expectations in the wrong ways. What happens twice will happen thrice, as they say. But they also say 3rd time's a charm, right? Maybe. Let's see. What was it you said, Masamune? You prefer a girl who isn't super polite and formal? Yeah, although I figure it's pretty hard to find a girl like that. Pressing the B button. Oh, never mind. Wrong Joy-Con. They got switched. The sides got switched somehow. Yeah, I figure it's pretty hard to find a girl like that. 1 week later. The breeze feels gentler than usual. I wonder if that's because it's spring already. Spring? You needn't rush. Take your time. I'll wait as long as it takes. Hey, she killed my voice before Koharu came into it, but that's the end of this shit. We done. Alright, yeah, that's, that does it for the prologues, fellow dragons. Next, we've got the Senri after story, and then the Natsuhiko after story. The concerto routes for Senri and Natsuhiko. Senri's gonna come first, because that one's the one that got requested first, although I think the exact one was anything with Senri in it. Or any of the Senri-centric routes. Then there's, someone specifically requested the Natsuhiko Concerto route in the comments a while back. So that one's gonna come after. And then I'm done with Norn9 for a while. I may come back to it eventually, but only if I can get my boyfriend on board to join me, because I just think it'd be fun for us to both read through a route together. And that would be a route of his choosing, with Ron being vetoed, of course. And since it be his choosing, that means it may be a route that has already been done. But I'd need to get him on board, and he'd have to actually come here, which requires us to both have time for that, so it's not something that would happen in the foreseeable future, but it's something that I would like to do at some point. It's just up to him whether it actually happens. I may end up playing through one of the other routes eventually, even without him, but is, again, not any time in the foreseeable future because I've got other games. At time of recording, I've recorded the entirety of Coffee Talk, excluding the secret ending that requires you to replay the game. Yeah, the first Coffee Talk, not the second one. The second one I'm not gonna play because I like it, it's just that one somehow takes a lot more energy to record than this one. Less so than Norn9, but way more than this one. I don't know why. I think it's because the part of my brain that actually liked theater arts doesn't turn on during it. I have fun, I enjoy the story, but the theater kid in me, the secret inner theater kid that rarely ever comes out. Wait, which dragon is that, honestly? Which one of the mascots got the inner theater kid? I feel like it was Ilara, but I don't know for sure. I think Ilara, Davrier, and Katri got a little bits and pieces of theater kid. Which is weird, because Cyrus is the representative for the visual novels. But, yeah, after that I do have plans to play one of the Apollo Justice the Ace Attorney Apollo Justice games. One of the 3. Most likely the first one, but we'll see we'll see my mood. I'll probably play all 3 of them eventually, just not all at once. Gotta space out and take breaks. Especially with how stupid some of the Ace Attorney stuff can get, especially when you're reading it out loud. But yeah, I think that one will hit the theater kid energy that my brain is sometimes wanting when reading the visual novels. I don't know. But yeah, after Coffee Talk goes up, there's gonna be a brief break on visual novels, because I'm with birthday money, I got Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster. Physical copy of it with Final Fantasies 1 through 6. I have never completed 4 or 5 or 1 or 2 for that matter. I've played 1 through 5. I've gotten to the halfway point of 5. I've completed 3. Yeah, I completed Final Fantasy 3, the DS remake. Enjoyed that. That was the second Final Fantasy game I ever played. First one was Final Fantasy X Part 2. 10-2 was my first Final Fantasy. Got me into 10. And then I played 12 after that and was not happy. Did not have a good time. Didn't help that the copy of the game that Didn't help that the copy of 12 that I rented had a scratch right over the part of the game that lets you use potions, so it didn't read the code correctly. So I couldn't get through the fucking tutorial hunt and got destroyed by a killer tomato constantly because I couldn't fucking heal. And I didn't understand the battle system and it made me mad. I have a copy of 12 now. Not Zodiac Age. Not the HD remake, no. Straight up PlayStation 2 Final Fantasy 12. I have a copy of that. Because I decided to give it was dirt cheap and I decided to give it another chance. I still don't like it. I've never beaten that one either, but that one is intentional. As opposed to 1, 2, 5, 4, and 5 and 4, which I started and just happened to not have time and then got sidetracked. Actually, 2 is a matter of me not understanding the battle system as well, but that's a, you know, I'm gonna finish Final Fantasy 1 first and then sidetracked. I've never played 6, though. At all. Like, my copy of 5 is on Game Boy Advanced. I've never played 6. Any copies of 6 that I could find anywhere were either super expensive or written in kanji. I cannot read kanji, fellow dragons. So, yeah, probably gonna play one of these. Gonna wait and go into 6 blind. We'll see if I can finish Final Fantasy 1 for the channel first. Because I have 4 mascots now and there are 40 party members. In fact, since it's gonna take me a while to get through the backlog, I have an idea. Keep your eyes out for a poll, fellow dragons. Because, at least one of the mascots is going to need help deciding what job class they're going to pick. But that's gonna do it for Norn9 Prelude, fellow dragons. Like I said, the Senri Concerto route's gonna come next. Bye, fellow dragons. Hope you had fun.